Okay, so in today's video we're going to take a look at part 4 of the Reading and Use of English section of the C1 Advanced Cambridge exam. It's the keyword transformations, which is everybody's favourite, isn't it? The one where you get 2 possible points for each question, right, that you get right, but you could get 1 point if you get it partially right, or none if you don't really get any of it right, basically. So it's quite difficult, this exercise, causes a lot of problems. We're just going to have a look at 6 typical questions. We're on English Aula. Oh, I've said the Spanish part like an English person and this English part like a Spanish person. We're on EnglishAula.com, which is a pretty useful website. Check it out. But we're just going to go into these keyword transformations now and have a look at how we would get the correct answer in each case. As always, there are often more than one way. There is often more than one way of getting these right. There are often multiple options. So if you've got any doubts, leave a comment under the video. Let's just get straight into it. Okay, so question number one of 6, and remember 12 possible points in play here. So the plan for the meeting was not changed despite only a few people arriving. So we've got the keyword ahead, right? The meeting, though few people arrived. So we've got to give this idea that the meeting still happened even though few people came, right? So we've got to get that message across. The plan for the meeting was not changed. So I think one way of saying that is that the meeting happened anyway. The meeting went ahead. And I think we could say even though few people arrived, right? So the meeting went ahead even though few people arrived, I think. Though there are 3 to 6 words here. So the meeting, maybe we could say the meeting went ahead as planned, even though few people arrived. Between 3 and 6 words. So maybe that's not necessary, but I'm going to write that and we'll just see what the correct answer says anyway later. So let's just go for it. Yeah, so you can't actually see everything that I have written there, but it does say the meeting went ahead as planned, even though few people arrived. So that looks good to me. The word plan made me sort of change my idea there a little bit. So, but I think that's good. Yeah, I think that looks good. Okay, so number 2. If there is a possibility of my going to college, I think, what am I saying if? I think there is a possibility of my going to college. So keyword hope. I don't want to college. Oh, that's a thinker. This is a really difficult one now I'm looking at it. So what do we have? I think there is a possibility, right? So I really think there's a possibility of my going to college. I think I've got a chance. But then in the next sentence, they say something quite different. I don't want hope to college. So I think there is a possibility. What don't you want? Maybe you don't want to lose hope of going to college. I don't want to lose hope of going to college. I wouldn't really say those 2 sentences are exactly synonymous, but can't think what else I could write there. Yeah, I think it would have to be that. I don't want to lose hope of going to college. Again, if you can think of anything different, put it in the comments, but we're going to see the correct answer, hopefully answers, at the end of the exercise. So I'm going to write that. I don't want to lose hope. I don't want to maybe give up hope of going to college. I don't want to lose hope. I don't want to give up hope. Yeah, I'm going to leave it like that, though I feel like there could be more options there. Anyway, let's have a look at number 3. It says, that reaction is unacceptable for a mature person. That's how react. Well, again, I have a bit of a problem with this website's examples here. I don't think they're exactly the kind of thing we would see in the exam. That's really seems like it's too different to the first sentence, whatever I write. But the reaction is unacceptable for a mature person. So the suggestion is, I think, that is how an immature person would react, maybe. So yeah, you can't actually see all of my answer there, but I've written that is how an immature person, and then would react, though you can't see it all there in the box. How an immature person would. 5 words, so we're within the limit. Yeah, I can't think of anything else I could write there, to be honest. So let's go on to number 4. I don't expect the weather to change. Surprised got warmer. Again, very, very different to the original sentence. There's no suggesting that it will get warmer or colder, but okay. So I suppose I would be surprised if it got warmer, or if the weather got warmer. No, I would be surprised if the weather. Well, we're at the limit, 6 words, so I think that's right. So once again, they've cut off the end of my answer there, but I think you can more or less see it. I'd be surprised, so that meaning I would be surprised, conditionally, if this happened, if the weather got warmer. You know, that would surprise me because I don't expect it to change. So yeah, okay. Number 5 then. There are many ways to prevent such problems. Problems of in many ways. There are many ways to prevent such problems. So problems, well, I suppose problems like these, no? Such problems like the ones we're talking about, or the ones that we have, right? So problems of this nature can be prevented in many ways, I think. Or maybe they would accept as well problems of this kind, or problems of this type. So I'm going to say problems of this kind. No? Well, I went for nature in the end. I meant to write kind, but I'm not rewriting it. I think that would be acceptable. Problems of this nature can be prevented, may be prevented in many ways. This nature can be prevented. 5 words, perfect. I wonder if there'll be any discrepancies with the website. If so, I'm pretty sure my answers are all correct so far. They're completely acceptable, I think. Okay, 6. His going to the shop without any money was a waste of time. Of course it was, because you need money to buy things. Yeah. Their point to the shop without any time. It was, so we've got to get across this idea that it was a waste of time. Sometimes we say that it was pointless, or we could say there was no point in going to the shop, or in him going to the shop. There was no point in him going. I'm going to write that. Yeah, 6 words, and I think it's correct. Yeah, there was no point in him going to the shop. You can say his going to the shop, but I mean, it's quite colloquial to say there's no point, and it's quite formal to say his going to the shop. Right, so I would say there was no point in him going to the shop, right? Okay, so the moment of truth. Let's check the answers, see if they mention more than one possible. Yeah, it says 3 out of 6, but let's see the answers, right? So I'm pretty sure that the problem here is they're only going to give one possible correct answer. So let me see where I can find the correct answers according to them. So I've clicked on show correct answers. So it does give more than one possible correct answer. So it says the first 2, I got them right. It said went ahead as planned, even, went ahead as planned, went ahead and as planned, even, as planned. Right, so it gives lots of possible options there. To lose hope of going, to give up hope of going, to give up hope. Well, all right, so it gives possible answers, I think, for one or two. Now, how an immature... so now they have said that is not how a mature person should react. Not how a mature person would react. Not how a mature person should or would react. Okay. I suppose I can accept that, yeah. That's more true to the original sentence. And I'm kind of saying the opposite, which makes the same... It's saying the same thing. I wonder if they would accept my answer there. I don't know. That's how an immature person would react. I did say would, you can't see it there in the answer. But, yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah. I think I can accept my having got that one wrong. Absolutely, yeah. I would be surprised if the weather. That's exactly what I wrote. I would be surprised. I suppose because I put an apostrophe D, they didn't recognise it, but that would be completely acceptable. There's no doubt that apostrophe D would be correct there. So, yeah. Yeah, that one's correct, I think. Number 4, there are many ways to prevent problems of this nature. So, of this kind, this kind, can be prevented. Yeah, so I think problems of this nature is correct as well. Yeah, they accept this kind, but I think you could also say of this type or of this nature, and it means the same thing. So I'm pretty sure in a real exam they would accept what I wrote there. And the last one is correct, and you can see the other possible options that they've given there. So, a little bit of debate. I think one of those that I wrote there was possibly incorrect. Yeah, possibly they wouldn't give me that one because I haven't exactly imitated the original sentence. I've sort of said the opposite, which gives you the same conclusion. It means the same thing, but yeah, probably if I'm not talking about a mature person, which is what they were doing, I was saying the opposite. I was saying that's how an immature person would react. Yeah, I can accept that they probably wouldn't, they might not give me the points there. So I'm gonna say I got 10 out of 12. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna take those 2 points off me. I'm gonna be harsh on myself, which is what we should, we're always trying to improve. Okay, we're finished for today. Have a look at the blue button under this video if you want to get more content from this channel and you want to get personalized content and you just want to help me out, because how that would help me out. Okay, thanks. Bye.